Degree murder in the death of his mother.
The body of 53-year-old Lucy Goudreau was found in her Bayshore area apartment following an early morning fire.
Judy Trinh has been following this story all day and joins us now from the fire scene at 90 Woodridge Crescent. Judy.
Adrian, investigators are wrapping up their forensic collection here on scene, but I can tell you we have reports coming in from court where 30-year-old Rene Goudreau has just made an appearance. Our colleagues tell us that he appeared agitated. He actually started muttering something about having a black belt in karate. Now, this news comes as no surprise to his friends who say he was mentally ill. This is the scene around 2:30 a.m., a ground floor apartment completely engulfed in flames. The fire set off the alarm and forced dozens of residents out onto the street, including Jesse Ward.
I'm directly 5 floors above, and all I just saw was smoke clouding into my room, and then my mother and I had to evacuate.
Firefighters worked quickly to put out the flames, but when the smoke cleared...
And police and firefighters responded to a call right here, 90 Woodridge, on the morning of November 26, 2012. That would be 10 years passing these trees. We're gonna go and find the exact window the fire took place, and the police responded to this building and had found a woman who was burned alive. 53-year-old Lucy Goudreau was found dead in her apartment. She was burned alive. 2:30 in the morning, there was flames coming out of the apartment. It was the first floor here in this apartment building. And if I'm not mistaken, it was this one just over here. The gentleman made the statement in the news clip, and other people claim from the floors above, you could smell it. They had to all evacuate the building. They were out here for hours while the firefighters battled the blaze. We're gonna find the exact window. But can you imagine waking up early in the morning and seeing smoke and all that coming up? It'd scare the crap out of you. And that's really what occurred, so this guy, for whatever reason, decided to burn his mother, Lucy, alive. Now, he was actually her caretaker. So she had a husband who had died of cancer. I think I read it was a year before this occurred. And then Rene was her caretaker, her son. He set fire to her room. She was wheelchair bound, suffered from multiple sclerosis, and he set her on fire in her room, and she burned alive right in this building. But if you actually look at everything, it's hard to match up exactly which window it was, but I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. I don't want to get too close. I'm pretty sure the newspaper and the clipping, and this was the window right here. All the black is right there. So I don't remember these long windows, but I think they might be new. So this is the window right here. But flames, it was black right up here. So this was the window. Looks like they've done an amazing job at repairing it. But she was burned alive in her bedroom right in there. And the flames went up. Thank God nobody in any of the other units were harmed. When this occurred, as you saw in the news clip there, that man Jeff had hung around with Rene and said he wasn't all there mentally. You heard the martial arts statement he made. The guy burned his mother alive. Goudreau muttered incoherently during his first court appearance Tuesday when Baum told the court his client had a history at the Royal Ottawa Hospital Mental Health Center. There are many instances I was just reading about where Rene had problems, of course, struggling with drugs and alcohol, of course, pretty standard. Other hospitalizations and arrests, though, made 2007, breaking a window, caught running naked down the street. Was convicted of attempted theft under five grand in assault. 2008 or 9. Was deemed to pose a significant threat to the safety of the public. Several times he was discharged to a subsidized apartment where conditions included he refrained from alcohol and drugs, not have weapons. There was another one up here is reading he attacked his father. These are all from the Ottawa Sun, actually. His long history of mental illness includes schizoaffective and bipolar disorders. Turned out afterwards, the accused was found unfit for trial. Throughout everything and his whole past, they pretty much realized with the first-degree murder charge that he was definitely mentally unwell and unfit for trial. So. Hard to believe these things go down in the world. Not too far, that's Bayshore Shopping Center just down that road. And over here, 90 Woodridge, that poor woman, Lucy Goudreau, lost her life to her son, Rene Goudreau. Rest in peace, Lucy. That's awful. My heart goes out to her. She's already suffering with multiple sclerosis. Supposed to be taking care of her. Burned your mother alive. That's what happens. People have kids, and then their kids set them on fire. It's really a pretty cut and dry case, but pretty wild nonetheless. If you're new here, subscribe and I'll let you know every time a new video goes up. You never know what we're going to be doing. Cover some intriguing things like that right at the scene of the crime. You know, sometimes we're just messing about, doing some quirky stuff, and you know, maybe we'll be doing some churches and cemeteries. Got some back road tours coming. Yeah, be good to each other too. Be good to each other. No one should ever suffer a fate like that poor lady suffered right here, 90 Woodridge.